Oh, that's right. I have been wearing these a lot. Yo, what's going on with your YouTube? Jumpman Chris here, coming back at y'all with another vid, guys. So I've been getting a lot of questions. How does the Reimagine fit? How is it comfortable? Like, if you guys haven't noticed that, yes, I have been wearing the Reimagine Breads. These are still set to release on February 15th. And we're gonna do a little bit of comparison. And this video will give you guys all the questions to be answered about the Reimagine. How do they fit? How comfortable? How do you compare these with the SB4s? Jump right into this. First of all, I just want to say that in my opinion, these are probably one of the best Air Jordan 4s to be made. I know that's saying a lot, and maybe I'm just being a little hype beast, but I have worn these all weekend. I just got back from New York and Las Vegas, and I wore them all weekend. I wanted to test it out. I had to see the theory for myself, okay? So there is a big thing between the shape of the Reimagine Breads that a lot of people are going to compare. A lot of people are going to compare the Reimagine shape, toe box, and everything is to the SB4s. I mean, it's pretty similar. It kind of has a little bit more of the shape, goes up like this, comparing to the last, original Jordan 4s. Now the Jordan 4s, the shaping wise, it's a little bulky, but you know what? They reshaped it. Is it closer to the OG? I mean, I guess not exactly, but it's still a pretty good shape on the toe box itself. Now they did a little bit of changing on the Reimagine Breads. I felt like they took the SB4 because these SB4s, I'm not gonna lie, these are probably one of the most comfortable Jordan 4s I've ever worn, and I have worn other Jordan 4s in the past, and you guys already know how the Jordan 4, how comfortable they are. I mean, it always, it kind of hurts up top here and also the pinky toe a little bit. Now, the one thing that I did notice, all right, if we're going to compare, this is a 2019 Reimagines, all right, so the sock liner is a little bit thicker. It's not as thick, let's say, as the SB4 because these are made for skaters. On the SB4s, it's way more padding compared, so it gives that more impact, give more cushion. But the one thing I will say is that what the Reimagine Breads did take from the SB4s is the fatty tongue. See how the tongue here is a little bit thicker compared to, let's say, an OG or 2019, way more thinner, just like I'm comparing to the militaries that came out in 2012. Again, I feel like it's a little bit better, but giving more cushion. Now, when I was wearing the 2019 pair and the Reimagine together, just to see the difference in the footing, and then I swapped it over to the SB4s, I can feel the comfortability. It's a little bit better than the older Jordan 4s, but it's not as comfortable as the SB4s. I'll tell you that, all right? It's not as comfortable. But that's not saying it's like a slight down. So it's kind of like SB4 is the most comfortable is Jordan 4, then the Reimagine, and then the regular Jordan 4s, all right? And it feels a little bit more squishy when I step on it. I don't know, maybe just the impact of the midsole. It feels a little bit more cushion to it, if I should say. One thing too as well is the pull tab. Obviously with the SB4, it's way more rubberized and it's very soft. You see that? It's very, if you guys ever touch an SB4, you can feel the back tab is very flimsy. It's not nearly as hard as the OGs. Let's say this is very hard, stiff. Same with the militaries, stiff. And even in 2019, it's just hard right here. A lot of people always complain about the pull tab here. It kind of cuts people's ankles. But one thing I say about the Reimagines, it's a little softer. It's a light softness, a lighter softness. It's not as compared to the SB4, but it's a light softness. I felt like, again, they took a little bit of the SB4s and implemented into the Reimagine 4s. Just a little bit. Just took a little bit, took the best of both worlds in a way. So we're going to compare toe box. I have worn these quite a bit, and it has creased a little bit. I did not wear any crease protectors or anything. I wanted to feel exactly how it would come right out the box. And just a little bit of creasing right there. And again, I've walked everywhere in these things, all over New York City, all over Las Vegas, and it's not that bad. I mean, it is black, so you can barely see it. It does already come pre-dent right here, which is kind of annoying. It just comes straight out the box like that. I don't know why. Come on, Jordan Brand. I already know when nubuck, when they crease, it really sucks, you know, and there's no fixing with the nubuck when they do crease. You know, that's the one thing I hate about the nubuck. But obviously with these, you know, it is being leather, if you really care for it, I'm not gonna do it, but if you really care, you can put a little iron on it. Obviously you gotta put a wet rag, you know, stuff it in, and then just do a little iron to it. You can iron out the leather, but just be careful with that. Not recommending it. And just going back over to the comfortability, it's pretty comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like super duper comfortable. Like you know, SB4s, in my opinion, are not like the greatest comfortable shoe I've ever worn. But I'm just saying, like, compared to like an OG Jordan 4, because we already know that Jordan 4s are not known as the most comfortable Jordans ever to be made. Matter of fact, I think they're known to be the least comfortables. Sure, that's even a word, but I'm just saying, you know, it's the least comfortables of all Jordans, you know, of a lot of the Jordans. Now, the big one that everyone's gonna ask is always about the sizing. How's that sizing? I've heard a lot of things. I've heard go a half size down. I heard go a half size up. You know, with Jordan 4s. However, whatever your Jordan 4 sizing is, I'm sure some of you guys own a pair of Jordan 4s, and if you do, just go with that size. It'll be just fine. You know, I actually went for my true to size, and they fit just fine. I actually had a size 9 and a 9.5. I did decide to go with the 9.5, and they feel just fine. I even worn a size 9. It doesn't feel any tighter. It feels just fine. Usually my size in a Jordan 4 is a 9.5. That's what I usually go for on a lot of my sizes. I can fit some 9s, but I prefer a 9.5. I don't have the most wide foot. You know, my feet's very kind of like narrow and skinny. You know, I'm a kind of a little guy, but I'm just saying it's perfectly fine. Go with your Jordan 4 size, whatever it is. I know some people are a lot different out there. Some people with their Jordan 4s, they gotta go a half size up. Some people with their Jordan 4s, because Jordan 4s, to me, they always fit a little big in my opinion, but not big enough to where you have to go a half size down. It just fits a little big in a way. It just feels good with your true to size. It just fits a little big, you know, just saying. But what's a better shoe compared to an SB4? I mean, I still had to give it to the SB4. It's probably the best Air Jordan 4s, just because it's one of those, like, you know, the way how it's constructed, it's more of like for a skater shoe. You know, it's a lot more comfortable. The impact, the padding, that's what I mean when I say it's the better of the Jordan 4. Not just saying it's like color wise, but just structural wise and comfortability. SB4s are the best compared to any other Jordan 4s. But if you don't have the SB4s, the Reimagines will do you just fine. It's fine. It's a little bit more comfortable than the original Jordan 4s. Like I said, I rock these all day just fine. I mean, obviously with a lot of walking, your feet is still gonna hurt. You know, it's not like you're walking on clouds and you're walking in some good old New Balance or some Ultra Yeezys. It's not gonna be like that. It's still a Jordan 4 at the end of the day, okay? It's still a Jordan 4 at the end of the day. So your feet will hurt if you're gonna walk around these things, because at the end of my New York trip, at night, I could not wait to take these things off because my feet was tired. And I'm not sure because it's just a shoe, it's not a terrible shoe by any means, because I wasn't complaining like my feet was hurting. It was just, I was more just tired. Anyway guys, hey, just want to make this quick video, just tell you guys how I feel about the Reimagine 4 so you guys can be prepared for when you guys actually do cop. Are you going to cop your actual, you know, your true to size, how comfortable they are. Here it is guys, let you guys all know in the video. Anyway guys, stay tuned, got way more content. Gonna do like a whole on feats and all that detailed review. Might even do a Reimagine versus Bread video. I mean, we got all kind of stuff we're gonna do with the Reimagine Bread, because these things are set to release sometime in February 17th, so just stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys can all cop. Anyway guys, just want to say, hey, I appreciate y'all, I love y'all. If you guys don't mind, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if it's your first time here, comment down below, and please hit that bell for all the notifications when I do drop vids. And don't forget to follow me on my social media at JumpinChris on IG, sometimes on Twitter, and don't forget Snapchat. And I'm also on TikTok. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm JumpinChris. Peace.